Hey guys, what's up?
Hello.
Joe and Kevin coming back at you again.
No issues with it.
Show.
Right. We have, as you probably noticed, and we mentioned it once before, I think we are scrapping Ozark, not because we don't enjoy it, because we do, but because no one else seems to be.
Hasn't been popular, so. And we get it, honestly, like, since we've stopped watching it, I've stopped watching it as well.
Yeah, it's really good, but it's super dark.
Yeah.
Like, you have to be in the right headspace, I think, for something like Ozark.
Yeah, it doesn't speak to the quality of the show. It's just, God, it's depressing.
Yeah, it's stressful and depressing. And
before we get into this new show, we want to point out our Patreon. So some of you guys who have been following us have probably tried to subscribe to the Patreon. And
yeah, some people have mentioned it. Yeah,
you can't do it. Well, it's all fixed now.
Yeah, we had some technical issues with it. We are
bad.
learning. But it is
yeah.
all good to go. We have all beta testing done. It is ready. So thank you for those who are interested.
Thanks for being patient.
Right, and we encourage you to please go over and do that. We love the support, of course. For those of you who are watching here, we love you too. For
You're
users on
watching
YouTube,
us learn as we go along. So this is new for us both.
right? So we're jumping into Aaron Sorkin now.
Yeah, The West Wing.
Polarizing guy, Aaron Sorkin.
Especially now.
Right. A lot of people really like his work and his writing style because he's very stylized.
Yep.
A lot of people can't stand his writing style. I'm in the group that really likes him.
Yeah, I like him too. I haven't seen all of his work.
Right.
This included. I have not seen The West Wing, but I'm a big fan of his movies mostly. I've seen bits and
Are really superb.
that's my thing is regardless of where it stands politically, if it's very well done and very well written, I'm usually into it.
Right. Yeah. It's a good show.
But that clip of Jeff Daniels giving that monologue in the newsroom went around Facebook and Twitter for
Ever.
4 or 5 years
Yeah,
ago.
yeah.
Sometimes you can still find it, so that's very popular.
Absolutely.
I'm a big fan of The Social Network, obviously.
Great
and A Few
movie.
Good Men is one of my favorite.
Yeah. I mean,
as well.
yeah.
Moneyball.
Yeah, Moneyball, Steve Jobs, A Few Good Men. I mean, he's done a lot of really good movies that I very much enjoy.
Yeah.
Written.
And we he's directing more now, I guess.
Right. I think
Molly's Game and
Trial
of Chicago.
Yeah, I think those two.
Trial of Chicago 7.
Right. I think those are the two he directed.
Oh, and then the Ricardos movie, Being the Ricardos last year.
You know what? I liked it.
I didn't
A lot of
see
people
it.
didn't like it. Obviously, the performances were great. Both actors were nominated. But it definitely had a Sorkin-esque feel on the dialogue.
It's weird thinking of him as a director because he's such a prolific writer.
Right.
You know, he's just been a writer for so long. Now he's actually having the chance to direct things. So it's kind of interesting to see how that folds out.
Yeah.
But getting tongue-tied there, sorry.
Yep. Well, rolling into this was a show that was an offshoot of one of his other movies that I really liked, The American President.
Yes. Also Rob Reiner.
Yeah, and also starring Martin Sheen.
So he did a lot of research for the White House, and I guess he had so much information left over he could make
Yeah, like
TV
this
show
should be a television show, and that's kind of what this is a sort of an idealized version of what a political administration and an executive administration could be.
Yeah.
Which makes it popular now. We've had some ugly political times in America over the last however long you think it is.
And we're not going to get into
we're
politics here.
Right. We're not a political show. We're a
take
television
this
show.
Subjective as possible. So.
Right. Television and movie review show, not a television show,
Yeah.
obviously. We're
not
not on
CNN.
TV. Right. Wouldn't that be groovy? So we're going to start the... okay. Oh, again, sorry. For those of you on YouTube, please like, comment, and subscribe.
Hit that like button.
Yeah.
Leave a comment down below.
Absolutely. And
Tell us what your favorite Sorkin is.
Yeah. And do you hate Sorkin? That's okay, too.
It's not.
Look at that soft 90s lighting there.
I'm not going to come close to using your name. You're not going to come close to getting.
Rob Lowe. I love
Why am
him.
Sitting here.
You sat down.
Is Josh on his way out?
I don't know. I never know if they're looking or not.
This feels very Sorkin in the dialogue already, doesn't
Yeah.
it?
He's very good at like overlapping dialogue.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think she was.
Oh, she's gorgeous.
Yeah, she was...
Also in the news this morning,
on House.
cars jumped the tracks,
I like
spilling
House a lot,
20,000
actually.
gallons of sodium.
See, it's all about budgeting your time.
Love Allison
This
Janney.
time, this hour
She's
is
the
my
best.
time.
Yeah.
She's so funny.
5 a.m. to 6 a.m. I can work out.
She's
as you
great,
see.
Tanya.
I can think about personal matters. Like,
No, they are running on an incline there, so. Oh! You ever done that before?
Yeah, I
It's
have.
the worst, yeah.
I did it when it was going and I stepped off and I tried to get back on while it was
Yeah,
moving.
yeah.
That doesn't work.
No, it is not. He's got his Billy Madison hair there.
Yeah.
Yo, this is Josh Lyman. What's going on?
I like that actor as well.
Richard Schiff, yeah.
Interferes with our navigational systems.
You know, when you guys say that, it sounds pretty ridiculous to most
It is ridiculous, yeah.
Sir,
Mr. POTUS in a bicycle accident?
You got it right.
Do these guys not know what POTUS means?
can't use
I
your
love
phone
it.
until we land, sir.
Carries a SIM-5 transponder tracking system. Are you telling me I can still flummox this thing with something I bought at Radio Shack?
You can call
He's not a
me
dumb guy.
Sir.
These
Pretty
things
hard to
look
memorize.
exactly alike. Anyway, like I said, I'm totally baked. But well, it's not like I'm a drug person. I just love pot.
Well, we have to go.
That's kind of funny.
You're kidding me. It's 5:30. Tell your friend POTUS he's got a funny name, and he should learn how to ride a bicycle.
I would, but he's not my friend. He's my boss.
Yeah.
His name is his title.
POTUS?
President of the United States.
Yeah. That must not have been common knowledge
Back
20
before
years
then,
ago. Yeah.
This shows my ignorance a little bit, but I know it from Twitter.
Right. Yeah. I mean,
yeah.
it's pretty common knowledge
Yeah,
now. Shorthand. Yeah.
Don't kill the messenger, Leo.
Oh, why the hell not, Bonnie? Please. Hey,
I like this music.
Yeah.
Wilson.
I heard.
It's a mild sprain. You'll be back later today.
And what was the cause of the accident?
What are you, from State Farm? Go, do a job. He was swerving to avoid a tree.
Listen, Leo, did he say anything?
Did he say anything? The president's pissed as hell at you, Josh, and so am I.
I know.
We gotta work with these people.
We do not need Mary Marsh.
And I think there shouldn't be instant replay in football, but that's not my call now, is it?
God.
It's definitely an older generation. I don't
Yeah.
want instant replay in football.
Right.
Just in this room, Mr. McGarry.
This is all one big tracking shot, isn't it?
Yeah.
Like, I don't remember the last cut
Big
at all.
oneer.
Yeah. It's a lot of moving parts in
It's
this.
a very impressive set.
It is.
Unless they're cutting every time they go through the wall.
I don't think they were doing that back then. Well, I mean, you could,
You
but
could, but I'm not sure if the set is just that big. you know?
right.
Apparently. What do you know about the Cubans?
I don't know any more
He
than
seems like he
Josh.
has a hard
Somewhere
job.
Between 1,200 and 2,000 Cubans.
To do when the Nina, the Pinta, and the get me the hell out of here hit Miami.
Sam.
Can't get them back. They go to jail if they're lucky.
We'll get.
Saying, isn't this more of a military area?
The United States is under attack from 1,200 Cubans in rowboats.
I'm not saying I don't like our chances.
Mind-boggling to me that we ever won an election.
Pat Thomas wants to call up the guard.
You send food and you send doctors.
Sam, see that INS is working with the
Yeah.
Red Cross and the Centers for Disease Control.
If
I got my
only
guy from CDC on the phone right now.
certain administrations had that point of view.
Right? Like, let's be people.
Yeah. God, the dialogue is just so crisp. It's
Yeah.
insane.
Good morning.
I think Sorkin, he left the show about halfway through, but I think he wrote almost all the episodes himself for those first, like, 4 years.
Imagine. That's
Right?
so many words.
It's like 20-something episodes a season.
Pray to, Mr. Lyman. Not any god I pray to.
Lady, the God you pray to is too busy being indicted for tax fraud.
Oh.
I tell you that you don't believe in any god that I
Safe to
pray
assume
Mr.
that this
Lyman. Not any
administration's
god I pray
pretty
to.
liberal.
Lady, the God you
I would
pray
think
to
so,
is
yeah.
busy being indicted for tax fraud.
He's fighting with the religious right, I would say,
Yeah.
probably, yeah.
Lady, the God. Donatello Moss, when did you start working for me?
During the campaign.
And
That was some good exposition, actually.
It was, wasn't it?
That's how you do that.
Yeah.
Leo and CJ and Sam.
Yeah, yeah. He does well with exposition. There's been a lot of information
was
dumped
slick.
without it sounding like
Yep.
it was an information
That
dump.
was slick.
Scheduled it, Josh, after your smug, taunting, calamitous performance on Capitol Beach.
Yeah, no kidding. It's damage control.
Yeah.
America for better families.
That's damage control.
Yeah.
20 years ago.
Right? Yeah, right. Let's
That's
have a
so-
talk.
So
Right.
minor compared
Right.
to what happens today.
Talk about what Toby! I'm in charge of the message around here. It's my job to tell the president that the best thing he can do from a PR standpoint is to show you the door.
Being able to speak hard truths to people is also nice.
Yeah. Well, when you're operating at that level, that's,
Right.
that's all it is.
Yeah. Yay, no commercial breaks.
Yeah.
Don't have to wrestle with those.
Suck it, Hulu.
I said gym class.
There's a lot of police in D.C. You want to behave yourself when you're driving around there.
Talking on the phone, speeding.
Yeah. It's probably the most policed city in America. Oh, man.
License registration, please. License
Oh, these were different days, too. You end up on the pavement.
The same suit you wore yesterday.
Yeah. You?
Yeah.
Yeah, those guys
Yeah.
working hard.
One spent the night and the other one's on a walk of shame.
Yep.
I have enough friends.
Not these days, you don't.
Oh.
Love a good diner.
Yep. So do I.
People were in our camp to begin with.
You're a Fulbright scholar. Are you honestly the only adult in America who doesn't think you're about to be fired? Do what Toby's telling you to do.
You're dating Lloyd Russell.
It's a bit of a stretch.
Oh.
Good hunch.
Wow.
Yeah.
I always thought he was gay.
No, you didn't. I did. He's not gay.
You sure?
Very sure.
Always seemed
Very sure.
effeminate to me.
He happens to be very athletic. Plenty masculine.
Boy, these are lines that wouldn't roll today. He's not gay. He's athletic. Like what? Those aren't mutually exclusive things.
Yeah, they're not, right?
Oh God, that looks good.
It's been, between this and Schitt's Creek, I need to go to a diner. It's been too
Right?
long.
Yeah.
Stack's car and Gilmore come back.
Who's the 76-year-old grandma? Every day, 17,000 Americans defend themselves with a gun. That is flatly untrue. Including
Yeah, that's a lot.
76-year-old grandmother.
She's supposed to give a tour to some students from her daughter's 4th grade class. She can't make it, and she wants you to do it.
White House.
All right, you want to call Mrs. McGarry and tell her
This
that?
might be one of the most impressive sets in TV.
Oh, it's amazing, isn't it?
It's very
The
good.
camera work is
This
great.
makes me want to go to DC.
All right, yeah.
You ever been?
Yeah, when I was a
Yeah,
kid,
same.
I should go again at some point.
When I used to live in Virginia, they'd take us there on field trips.
Yeah, that would be nice.
Sorry, there's been a mistake. You switched pagers with someone.
A woman
Oh.
tried to call me. She's not going to know why. I put her through.
They look
exactly the
yeah.
same. Yeah.
Turns out she was an escort.
Right. I feel like if there's one city in America where being a high-class call girl would be a good job, DC would be that
DC.
town.
It would just all be politicians. That's all it is.
Right.
Yeah.
Very rich, very secretive, very powerful men, some of them awful.
Very disturbing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because your group has plenty of demons.
Every group has.
Definitely the
Don't have to tell me
acceptance of
about it,
abortion has
Reverend. I'm a
changed in the
member of
last 20 years.
Democratic
Yeah.
Party.
Why does the White House suddenly?
24 hours ago, the president ordered me to fire Josh Lyman. I've been trying to talk him down from it ever since.
I like this guy.
Yeah.
Bad for him.
Again, people call this an idealized show because everybody, even the people that you don't agree with, are trying to come off as reasonable.
Yeah.
And I wish that we all kind of wish, like, why can't we be like this?
Yeah.
Can we all accept that we don't have all the answers for everything?
This is a nice apartment.
Put it on. No. You've been wearing the same clothes for 31 hours now, Josh.
I'm not getting spruced up for these people, Donna.
All the girls think you look really hot in this shirt.
Yeah.
She knows his buttons.
Tell Toby he's changing his shirt.
These are the 4th graders at Clear Lake Elementary School who wrote the best essays on why they wanted to visit the White House.
Well, that's just great. Well, to begin with, I'm a counselor to the president, mostly on domestic matters, though generally not security related. I work with Toby Ziegler, the communications director, and
These are
CJ
fourth
Craig,
graders,
the
bro.
press secretary, crafting a message and getting it out.
Mr. Seaborn, maybe you could give us some history.
Sure. I graduated law school 8 years ago and started working at Dewey Ballantyne.
Actually, I'm sorry to interrupt. Actually, I meant a history of the building.
The White House.
Yes.
The room we're in.
Oh my God.
now, the Roosevelt Room is very famous. It is named after our 18th president, Franklin Delano Roosevelt.
It's Teddy Roosevelt on
The
the picture
chairs
behind
that you're
him.
sitting on today are fashioned.
And the Roosevelt Room was named for Theodore.
Really?
There's like
There's
a
2
6-foot
pictures of him.
painting on the wall of Teddy Roosevelt.
I should have put 2 and 2 together.
Yes.
Look, please, could you do me a favor? Could you tell me which one of those kids is Leo McGarry's daughter? As we speak, the Coast Guard are fishing Cubans out of the Atlantic Ocean while the governor of Florida wants to blockade the port of Miami. A good friend of mine's about to get fired for going on television and making sense. And it turns out that I accidentally slept with a prostitute last night. Now, would you please, in the name of compassion, tell me which one of those kids is my boss's daughter?
That would be me.
Wow.
Well, this is bad on so many levels.
Yeah. Sure is, buddy.
Oh, Sammy.
Yeah,
At least
talk
he's
about-
not the one whose job was on the line.
Yeah, well, now.
'Cause that would, right, that would have been icing on the cake if it was Josh.
Yeah.
Have been met with hostility and contempt by their government. Now, yesterday morning on the
Play nice.
program Capitol Beat,
And anybody willing to step up and debate ideas deserves better than a political punchline. Mary, I apologize.
You did that well.
Yeah. Very professional.
She doesn't seem very receptive.
Let's deal. School prayer or pornography?
it's on every street corner.
I've seen it. Mary?
Condoms in the schools.
What?
Condoms in the schools.
Well, that's a problem.
What?
We have a certain general who says they dramatically reduce the risk of teen pregnancy and AIDS.
So does abstinence.
She seems awful.
I know. Yeah. Take
We're
away
not
something to
prepared
protect
make
people.
any
That's
sort
insane.
of a deal right now. Sure we are.
Only a matter of time with you, Josh. That New York sense of humor was just a little...
Mary,
Reverend,
Oh.
please. They think they're so much smarter. They think it's smart talk, but nobody else does.
I'm actually from Connecticut.
That's-
but that's neither here nor there. The point
That's
is,
not
Mary,
what she was
I'm
saying.
Jewish.
Yeah. That was a Jewish attack.
No, Toby, let's not even go there.
But she
She
did.
went there,
Yeah.
yeah.
I don't like what I've just been accused of.
I'm afraid that's just tough. Mrs. Marsh?
There you go.
What's the first commandment?
I am the Lord your God. Thou shalt worship no other God before me.
Marty Sheen.
What an entrance.
Boy, those were the days, huh? Al, how many times have I asked you to denounce the practices of a fringe group that calls itself the Lambs of God?
Oh, sir, that's not up to me.
Crap, it is up to you, Al. Seems my granddaughter Annie had given an interview in one of those teen magazines. And
remember those old, like,
between
17
movie
and stuff?
stars
Yeah.
and makeup tips, she talked about her feelings on a woman's right to choose. From what part of Holy Scripture do you suppose the Lambs of God drew their divine inspiration when they sent my 12-year-old granddaughter a Raggedy Ann doll with a knife stuck through its throat?
Yeah, that's not okay.
Yikes.
I believe we can find the door.
Find it now.
Ooh.
I like his sternness.
Yeah. I mean, he is the,
No
he is
nonsense.
the president. Yeah.
Yeah, very kind man, but no nonsense.
Man, the swagger from those guys really got deflated there, didn't it?
Fix this, Leo.
See that you do.
Wow,
Yeah.
what a turn.
Those anti-Semites out of here.
That's rough.
On their back, they came through a storm. And the ones that didn't die want a better life, and they want it here. Talk about impressive. My point is this. Break's over.
What a set.
I know. That was great.
Yeah.
Mrs. Landingham, what's next?
Governor Thomas.
That's a really strong pilot.
Yeah. I really enjoyed that, and I think it does have this idealistic fantasy
Of like a government that's like really trying to do a good job for everybody.
I wish that
We
our
all
leaders
do.
our leaders in power had this kind of moral integrity.
Yeah, right. Instead of just worried about elections.
But at the same time, they did get into a lot of like logistics in this.
Oh, they
but
did. They talked about like losing votes and losing states and districts.
It's just funny that it probably barely scratches the surface of what actually happens behind the scenes.
Right.
So, yeah, great pilot. I think it's very weighty. It's got some good messages.
Strong cast.
It's got a lot of good humor.
Cracking humor, like really razor sharp dialogue.
Super quippy, very quippy.
Lot of great camera work. A lot of moving parts with the camera work.
Well, okay, so that's the thing. When your script is mainly dialogue and there's not a lot of action happening, you have to make it dramatic somehow. So you have to make it dynamic with the camera and just have it floating around and like lots of flourishes.
Very famously, Aaron Sorkin it's created what's called the walk and talk.
Yeah.
Like you've heard that phrase before with Aaron Sorkin that is the West Wing walk and talk.
Yeah.
There's actually an episode of 30 Rock that Aaron Sorkin does a cameo on.
Really?
And he gets up with Tina Fey's Liz Lemon and they do a walk and talk around the
That's funny.
The NBC offices. It's pretty funny. Yeah.
I mean but that's also creative too. It's very so he's rooted in like stage plays.
Oh, completely right.
So,
yeah, that's A Few Good Men was originally a Broadway play.
Yeah, absolutely. And speaking of, we talked about the newsroom earlier. He did To Kill a Mockingbird with Jeff Daniels. Did he not?
I saw it on Broadway with Jeff Daniels.
Was it great?
Yeah, it was fantastic.
Yeah.
I really felt this script was very Sorkin-esque, but also much stronger than.
Did he change it?
Oh yeah. It's definitely taking Harper Lee's To Kill a Mockingbird and Sorkinizing the dialogue.
Gotcha.
Which I absolutely enjoyed.
I would love to see that, actually. I have to check it out on YouTube or something. Yeah. All right, guys. Well, leave a comment down below. Tell us what you thought. And
where do you stand on Sorkin, and how about your experiences with The West Wing? It went on for, I want to say 7 years.
I think it ended in 2005, yeah.
And was a huge hit. One of the shows that could have kept going, but they just didn't,
Probably a good thing. I think TV, I think if you go past 5 seasons, you're overstaying your welcome a little bit.
A lot of television shows don't know when to call it.
Yeah.
Some I've really liked. Dexter, House, The Office, all shows that went on a little bit longer than they should have.
Yeah.
Breaking Bad is like, the pinnacle of like, we know it's time. Same with Better Call Saul, same with Mad Men, where shows that go out on their peak are a beautiful, rare thing.
You should have a beginning and an end for your story.
Completely. All right.
Alrighty.
Thanks,
well,
guys.
We'll see you in the next one.
Absolutely.
Take care.